Sayadaw, we would like to invite Sayadaw to kindly start the Dhamma talk now.
Malam, good evening.
Malam Bante.
Tonight my Dhamma talk is how to practice to achieve the purifications of you. Before we start our talk, let me pay homage to the Buddha by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Arahato Tathangaya Kileta Yanduduma Kindo Mudapa Vitato. Arahato Tathangaya Kileta Yanduduko Andomu Nandomu Tadomu Dapa Vitato. Arahato Luminamin Jamamindo E. Ludan Boya Bisi Libyan the Wayo De Bujan Liamya Bujan. Miwajan Sigajan Ango Ata Bujan Lugo Kando Mudaba Vitato. Arahado Sigwaya Yanai. Ko Amuya no Amuya Simuya Dupshan. Makamu Mandamya Go Budo Mamu Dapa Vitato. Yodo Mamu Daba Vitato, Chansiro Mamu Daba Vitato. Bhagavado Isriya Dhammayasa Siri. Kama Vyada Midwen Bondo Chauline Bizondo Mudaba Vitato. Samasambudasa Dukha Saja Samudya Saja. Maga Saja Nirodha Saja Hustvato. Tessa leva dugo kodo dana len tu twin yue dimindo mudapa vitando. Tata dari sasa logaranda limundai wile. Yue mayain jausa dainge du kain kando tati ko nili jesundo mudapa vitando. To bono jauban kenta vyanyumya swapaya. Amagandia ho bugo diana bugo chicha gondo. Yona napya nga kanda go. Dunga tamo ajano dua. Namo dia ho diana biyang kwa yue. Andre ginjin ho lu do dia do mye i. Arahadavu bau bi sundo yau ba zi jin chu nga. Kuno nalong tong ma byong byong mangu liao yue. Kado mian nu la su mo yue shiku man shok kado jin di. Atu bawa du sen se madwe pipa zidadi. Myaswa phaya, myaswa phaya. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, I have already explained about samatha and vipassana, how to attain jhana and panya. Already 5 Dhamma talks. Just finished explain about samatha meditation. Okay, tonight I will continue explain about the vipassana meditation, the object of vipassana meditation. The main purpose to practice meditation is to realize Nibbana. So, in order to realize Nibbana, we need to study the Buddha teachings, theory and practically. Firstly, we need to learn theory. After that, we need to practice practically to realize Nibbana. Meditation. I have already mentioned 2 types of meditation, samatha and vipassana. Development of concentration and development of wisdom knowledge. In samatha meditation, there are 40 subjects. For vipassana meditation, there are 2 subjects only, nama meditation and rupa meditation. For samatha meditation, I have already mentioned anapanasati anti-foul protection meditation. In order to purify our consciousness, we need to develop concentration among 40 subjects of samatha meditation. To purify our consciousness, at least need to develop concentration to attain access concentration or absorption concentration. After that, you can go vipassana meditation. How to go into vipassana after attaining the right concentration? The answer is we should proceed the third stage of purifying the mind called the purification of deity visuddhi. To realize Nibbana, we need to try to purify. For 7 purification. Number 1, morality purification. Number 2, consciousness purification. The third purification is called pure purification. Deity visuddhi. So tonight my Dhamma talk is how to practice to achieve the purifications of pure. Before going to explain how to practice to achieve purification of pure, I will explain about deity, wrong view. There are 2 types of view, right view and wrong view. Right view is called Sama deity. Wrong view is called Mecha deity. The wrong view deity is 8 defilements. The basis wrong view is personality belief, Sakaya deity, interpreting the combinations of body and mind as individual or I. These personality belief see all living beings as person, man, woman, dog, cat, etc. is also personality belief. These wrong views makes everyone selfish and behave in a very selfish way. All sorts of trouble, your actions, suffering, and thousands of wrong view started from this basis wrong view. The fearful things about personality belief is that it can couple with bad karma to throw onto the woeful stage again and again. According to the Buddha teachings, to remove personality belief is the most important and as most urgent. It is as urgent as putting out the fire on one head. One's head is on fire, and as removing the spear and treating the wound on one's chest when the chest is in peace, a spear. To get rid of personality belief, we must remove concepts, pinyati, and go into ultimate realities. In the Abhidhamma, the Buddha explains 4 classes of ultimate realities. Tatha Buddha Bidhamata Chatuta Paramatha Do Chetan Chetasikan Rupa Nibbana Midi Sabada. The Buddha explained 4 classes of ultimate realities. Number 1, Chitta, consciousness. Number 2, Chittasika, mental factors. Number 3, Rupa, materiality. Number 4, Nibbana. Our goal, of course, is to be able to know the fourth of these ultimate realities, Nibbana. But Buddha taught that in order to do this, we must first clearly be able to know the other threes. The other threes mean Chitta, consciousness, Chittasika, Mantaphata, and Rupa, materiality. Okay, now I will continue to explain how can one analyze one body. I will explain with the PowerPoint. Huh? Okay. Okay, you can see in these meditation charts. Huh? So if you want to go Vipassana meditation, so there are 2 types of meditation. Here, Nama meditation and Rupa meditation. Huh? In order to purify our view. In order to purify our view, firstly, we need to discern materiality, Rupa. Huh? So you can see Rupa Parikaha, materiality apprehension. After that, Arupa Parikaha, mentality apprehension. After that, Rupa Parikaha, mentality and materiality apprehension. Number 4, Nama Rupa Vavotana, mentality and materiality resolution. So if you start to practice Vipassana meditation, whether Samatha Yanika or Vipassana Yanika, Samatha vehicle or Vipassana vehicle meditator, when you start to practice Vipassana, you need to start 4 elements meditation and Rupa meditation. After that, you can practice Nama meditation. You see, if you practice Rupa meditation, you need to begin with 4 elements meditation. Earth elements, water elements, fire elements, and wind elements. 4 elements, 12 characteristics. For earth elements, 6 characteristics. Water elements, 2 characteristics. Fire, 2, wind, 2, or 12 characteristics of 4 elements. Need to discern one by one to understand these 4 elements characteristics. When you start to practice Vipassana meditation, for Rupa meditation, you need to understand 28 types of materiality. You need to learn by theory. After that, you need to practice practically to analyze ultimate materiality. To purify our view, so firstly, you need to practice Rupa meditation, 28 types of materiality. 80 types of concrete materiality and 10 types of unconcrete materiality. You need to understand by theory. And also you need to understand 4 types of cause of materiality. There are 4 causes of materiality. Number 1, karma-born materiality, kamacha rupa. Consciousness-born materiality, chaitacha rupa. Temperature-born materiality, utuja rupa. Nutriment-born materiality, aharaja rupa. 4 types of cause of materiality. 28 types of materiality, 4 causes of Rupa. We need to learn theory. After that, when you start to practice Vipassana, you need to practice practically. To purify our view, we need to learn and practice Rupa meditation and Nama meditation. Rupa meditation, 20 or 28 types of materiality. But when you contemplate the Vipassana, Nisa, impermanent, dukkha, safari, anatta, at the time, you only need to practice 18 types of maturity for Rupa meditation. Okay, when you practice 4 elements, you may reach access concentration. You will see different kinds of light. You know the sun, earth elements, water elements, fire elements, and wind elements. When you discern, if you have the concentration at that time, so slowly you may see your body. Firstly, you may see the white color, at the gray color. That's called Parikama Nimitta. After that, you may see the white color. After that, you may see translucent form. This translucent form is called Patipaga Nimitta. Concentrate continuously to discern the 4 elements in the translucent form for at least half an hour. Then, with the light, discern the space element in the translucent form by looking for small space in it. You will now find that translucent form break down into the small particle. They are called Rupa Kalapa. So you need to understand these 4 elements and 12 characteristics need to discern one by one. Head to foot, foot to head. The whole body need to discern again and again. When you discern these 4 elements, 12 characteristics again and again, you may see gray color, white color, like the eyebrows. After that, you may see small particle. When you see the small particle, you still need to discern the 4 elements in individual kalapa. In this kalapa, there are 2 types of kalapa, translucent kalapa and translucent kalapa. When you see the kalapa, the whole body by this way, you need to discern 4 elements to the translucent kalapa and also translucent kalapa. In our body, if we divide, there are 6 toes, Aintu, Yatu, Nustu, Tandu, 40 toes. When you start to practice these 4 elements, you need to discern two by two also after you see the kalapa. See the Rupa kalapa and the 6 sound organs. So when you discern your eye, at the time you may not see your eye, you may see only small particle kalapa. When you see kalapa in your eye door, you need to discern 4 elements. Translucent kalapa. And translucent kalapa also, you need to discern 4 elements. Ear do also say, when you discern your ear, you may not see your ear. You may see only small particle kalapa, translucent kalapa, and translucent kalapa. Translucent kalapa also, when you start to practice 4 elements, you need to discern only 4 elements. And translucent kalapa also same. This picture, for example, only. When you see kalapa, this kalapa may not be big as this picture. Small particle, very small.
Ini hanya
even
sebagai
by your eye, you may not see easily this particle. When you design your nose, you may see only particle kalapa. Translucent kalapa and translucent kalapa also need to discern 4 elements. Your tongue and also your body. When you discern, you may see only small particle kalapa. You need to discern translucent kalapa and translucent kalapa, 4 elements. In Rupa meditation, there are 6 to 42 parts of the body. And ear to, nose to, tongue to, body to, and mind to. So when you practice Rupa meditation, you need to discern all the 6 to 42 part of body. Need to discern the various types of kalapa in each of the 6 to 42 part of the body, and discerning the various types of ultimate maturity of each type of kalapa. Okay, so when you discern your eye, so altogether there are 63 types of maturity. Some are related with the karma, just called karma born maturity. Some are related with the mind, some are related with the temperature, some are related with the nutriment. All are 63 types of material in your eyes. So for Abhidhamma 10, Abhidhamma uses, you may a little bit complicated, but no problem, you don't need to worry. When you practice, when you reach in the Vipassana, you may understand. You need to learn step by step. So you just firstly understand. If you go Vipassana, firstly you need to practice Rupa meditation and Nama meditation. In Rupa meditation, 6 to 42 part of the body. Kama bone maturity, consciousness bone maturity, temperature bone maturity, nutriment bone maturity. Both types of maturity need to understand. To purify our view, we need to analyze ultimate realities. Firstly, materiality, rupa. What the rupa, 28 types of materiality. So in your windows, if you descend, so you may see small particle kalapa. Actually, the materiality, at least, they are combined 8 types of materiality. In your iron translucent, if you descend, there are 10 types of materiality. So there are iron translucent, 10 types of material, earth, water, fire, wind, Patri Dhatu, Abo Dhatu, Tejo Dhatu, Vāyu Dhatu. Also, Kala, odor, flavor, nutritive essence, life faculty, and iron translucent. Your indo, there are 2 types of translucent, iron translucent and body translucent. All are 10 types of materiality. These materiality are based by your past life karma. This is called Kamacha Rupa. How to understand whether I'm translucent or body translucent? This is you can learn from your teacher. Tonight, to how to purify our view only. Briefly, I can explain. Very detailed, I mean not enough to explain. In 4 elements meditation, you only need to discern earth, water, fire, wind. But when you practice all materiality in your eye to, ear to, nose to, tongue to, body to, you need to understand more details. In your ear to also, if you discern, you may see 2 types of kalapa, translucent and untranslucent. This translucent kalapa may be ear translucent or body translucent. You need to try to understand whether ear translucent or body translucent in your ear doors. Nose to also same. So nose translucent and body translucent. These are because of your past life karma.
Kemudian
Kamacha rupa. Your tandos also say tongue translucent, body translucent. In your body also, they are only body translucent. You can see here, your indo, iron translucent, body translucent. Such materiality. In such materiality, so these all are Kamacha Rupa. Another is here Jivita Navaka Rupa. Until life faculty, 9 types of materiality. Altogether, Kamacha Rupa, 39 types of materiality. Here you can see Chetacha Rupa, your eye to, ear to, nose to, tongue to. 8 types of Chetacha Rupa. 8 types of Uduja Rupa, 8 types of Aharaja Rupa. Altogether, Kamacha Rupa, Chetacha Rupa, Uduja Rupa, and Aharaja Rupa. In your eye to, ear to, nose to, tongue to. There are 63 types of materiality. So now you can see for eye, eye translucent. For ear, they are ear translucent. For nose, that's maybe nose translucent. For the tongue, tongue translucent. All are 10 types of materiality. or body translucent. Every eye to, ear to, nose to, tongue to. There are two types of translucent. For eye to, eye translucent and body translucent. For ear to, ear translucent and body translucent. For the nose translucent and body translucent. For the tongue translucent and body translucent. These are because of your karma. Here, such materiality. Eye to, ear to, nose to, tongue to. Life faculty and the other chirija, uduja, araja, all are safe. For that, eye to, ear to, nose to, and tongue to. Altogether, 63 types of materiality. You need to understand theory. After that, you need to practice practically. For your body, there are 53 types of materiality. Some are because of karma, some are because of chitaja, some are because of uduja and haraja rupa. Altogether, 53 types of the body in your body too. You see in your body too, only the different here in the kamaja rupa body, take kalapa, such take kalapa, life, nanet kalapa. All are 29 types of kamaja rupa, 8 types of uduja, 8 types of chitaja, 8 types of uduja, and 8 types of haraja. Altogether, 53 types of materiality. Okay, to get rid of personality belief, we must discard concept pinyati and go into ultimate realities. There are two types of realities, conventional realities and ultimate realities. In the conventional way, we may say, I am myself, my son, my daughter, my wife, my husband. But according to the Buddha teaching, if we analyze our body, you may only see nama and rupa. In the commentary, explain, Pinyate tapitoa, anechadi akarina, vividam pasatiti vipassana. In going into vipassana, one must discard all concepts and penetrate into ultimate realities, reflecting on 3 characteristic marks of impermanence, suffering, and non-self in several special ways. Visuddhimagga also point out that one must first perform rupa kammatthana and nama kammatthana, analyzing body and mind into ultimate reality and characteristic, each ultimate materiality rupa, each consciousness chitta, and each mandapata chittasika, in 4 ways by means of its characteristic lakkhana, function, rasa, manifestation, vichupatthana, proximate God, patatthana. The whole samsara, before Buddha appeared, we only realize that I am myself, my body. But when Buddha appeared, Buddha explained, there no I am myself, only rupa and nama. Okay, if you practice by your own direct knowledge, you may understand nama and rupa. To understand according to the Buddha teaching, firstly, you can learn by theory. After that, you can practice practically to understand clearly. When you practice nama and rupa, not only internally, you also need to practice externally. For example, when you start to practice 4 elements, internally, you may see the kalapa. After that, translucent and translucent 4 elements. Internally, externally. At the time, you may not see I am myself, my body, my son, my daughter. Okay, or the materiality you may see as the materiality 4 elements in your body, internally and externally. Animate wall and animate walls. Tree, mountain, the river, the sky. If you descend 4 elements, you may see only kalapa, translucent and translucent. At the time, you may not see the tree, the mountain, the sky, the river, the body. Only 4 elements. If you discern Rupa meditation, mind to, ear to, nose to, tongue to, body to, mind to, and 42 part of the body, all are only materiality, internally and externally. Need to discern again and again. If you discern again and again, internally, externally, you may not see I am myself, my son, my daughter. Tida ada ibu, tida ada swami, tida ada anak, tida ada wanita, ada only rupa materiality. If you discern the nama also, or only have nama and rupa. Okay, now discerning the various types of kalapa in each of the 6 to 42 parts of the body, and discerning the various type of ultimate material of each type of kalapa. This for rupa parikaha, materiality apprehension. After that, you can practice mentality apprehension, arupa parikaha. So after rupa meditation, nama meditation, the nama means the consciousness. This consciousness chitta also cannot arise alone, associated with the mantafata. Because of this, when you practice the nama meditation, need to discern each mantafata, chittasika, and consciousness chittas of each mind moment of the various type of manta process, chitta viti. Okay, now by briefly way, I will continue to explain Nama meditation impact. So the Nama mentality, Nama means Nama meditation. Here in the Nama meditation, Nama Kamatana, discerning all material is the practice of discerning two ultimate realities, namely Chaita, consciousness, Mantafata, Chittasika, which together are called Nama Dhamma Manta phenomena, or just Nama mentality. According to Abhidhamma commentary, billions of mind arise and dissolve one after another per second. Chitta and Chittasika have no form and no shape. How can one see them? Bhidhamata Singha described that life continues, Bhavanga Chitta serve as the mind door and the sense object like ultimate realities and concept, meditation sign, as well as past, future sun objects can appear in the mind door. So ultimate realities can be observed by the minds that arise in the mind door cognitive series when they are associated with the right concentration. The mentality should be discerned according to the Sisando in terms of cognitive series of consciousness. According to Abhidhamata commentary, the visible objects appear in the eye doors and mind door simultaneously. The sound appears at the ear doors and the mind door simultaneously, and so on. Here you can see 4 stages to discern mentality. Discerning all type of consciousness chitta that occur internally. Discerning each and every mental formation, nama dhamma, in all types of consciousness, one is able to discern. Discerning the sequence of consciousness, that is the mental process viti that occur at the Sisando Dwara. Discerning external mentality, Bahida Dhamma generally. So, the meditator first develop the right concentration until very brilliant and penetrated light is radiates. He observed the Indo, Chakupasada, and the Mindo, Poinga Chitta together, and observed a visible object, imping the two doors simultaneously. Now you can see in the PowerPoint, when the color imping iron translucent and appear in both doors, Indo and Mindo. At the time, depend your wise or unwise intention. When you see the color, if you have the wise intention, the wholesome mind will be arise. When you see the flower, if you have the unwise intention at the time, unwholesome akusala mind will arise. Okay, now when you see the color, at the time you recognize it as this is color. And Indo mental process will occur, followed by many Mindo mental process. Okay, then there's some connected series of consciousness that arise as follow. Here, Phyto Atavari consciousness. Pincha Dwara Vajana. I'm consciousness. So Chaku Vijnana. Receiving Sambrajana, investigation, Santidana, determination, Vatapana. After that, 7 Javana and 2 Dataramana we write. After that, Poenga. So when you see the color, now you recognize this is the color. That is called wise intention. If the wise intention, wholesome mind process will arrive. In the Javana, this Javana is Kusala Javana. This Javana are Kusala Javana. So if you see the color, if you discern the permanence, that's a permanent nature, Sukha. So Atta. If you discern by this way, that's called unwise intention. If unwise intention, this Javana will be Akusala Javana. I will give you one example that when you see the object, how wholesome or unwholesome can arise. For example, now we are Buddhists. When we see the Buddha image, we are very happy because we are very faithful to the Buddha. But for some other religion people, if they see the Buddha image, they may not happy or they may angry. At the time, because of this image, akusala mind will arise. These are depend your wholesome or unwise intention, wholesome or unwholesome may arise. We need to understand about this nama when we practice nama meditation. Wholesome mind process and unwholesome mind process. So the Indo process consists of a sequence of 7 types of consciousness. Here, the 5 advaring consciousness, Pancha Dwara Vajana, 11 mental formation. Chaku Vijnana, 8 mental formation. Samprajana, 11. Sandhirana, 11 or 12. Uttapana, 12. So for the 7 important consciousness jhana chitta, if unwholesome, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, mental formation. If unwholesome mind arise, 32, 33, 34, or 35 mental formation will arise. After that, 2 registration consciousness, Tataramana, 11, 12, 32, 33, 34 mental formation. After this, follows a sequence of Poenga consciousness, and then the 3 types of consciousness or the mind process. Mindo devouring consciousness, Nodra Vajana, 7 Javana, and Tataramana. For the beginner, maybe a little bit complicated, but you don't need to worry. That's for the knowledge, the theory knowledge. When you practice, when you learn Abhidhamma, you may understand more detail. This explanation I mentioned for the eye-to, ear to, nose to, tongue to, the body to. That's also you need to practice by this way. In order to purify our view, firstly we need to discern Rupa, after that Nama. After that, Nama and Rupa together. Okay, we made the conclusion about this explanation. Okay, the detail I'm not easily to explain, only for this the Dhamma talk. If you want to understand detail, you need to learn from your teacher. So here, discerning mentality, discerning materiality, discerning mentality. Rupa Parikaha, Arupa Parikaha. Rupa, Rupa Parikaha, Rupa, Rupa Vavatana. So when you understand Nama and Rupa together for resolution that apart from mentality, Nama Rupa, there is no being, Satta, no life, Jiva, no self, Atta, no man, no woman, no Deva, no Brahman, Isra. You need to discern by this way. This is called Nama Rupa Vavatana. To purify our view in the Visuddhimagga, in the Abhidhamma Sangha, they are mentioned Lakhana Rasa, Pichupatthana, Padatthana, Vasena, Nama Rupa Parikoho, Diti Visuddhi Nama. Diti Visuddhi, the view purification means the knowledge of defining each consciousness, each mandapata, and each ultimate maturity by means of their respective characteristic, function, manifestation, and proximate cause is known as Nama Rupa Paticcheda Jnana, the knowledge of defining mentality, materiality. This is the knowledge. This knowledge is the landmark of the purification of you. Okay, tonight this brief explanation of how to practice to achieve the purifications of you. In Vipassana meditation, you can see there are 16 knowledge to realize Nibbana. These explanations are only the first knowledge of Vipassana meditation. Number 1, mentality, materiality, definition, knowledge, Nama, Rupa, Paticcheda Jnana. After understanding this Nama, Rupa, Paticcheda, you can continue the other Vipassana meditation. Nama, Rupa, Paticcheda, Pichaya, Parikaha, cause, apprehending, knowledge. These two are the object of Vipassana meditation. After you understand this number 1 and number 2, after that you can continue to contemplate nature, impermanence, suffering, dukkha, anatta, non-self, nature of mentality, materiality, and their causes. If you contemplate Vipassana by this way, your Vipassana knowledge will be mature. After your Vipassana knowledge become mature, you may realize Nibbana. Okay, already sampai Nibbana, already 9 o'clock for tonight.
Sayadaw, thank you for your Dhamma Desana. Sadhu, 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 anumodami. May the true Dhamma continue to shine throughout our life. May Sayadaw always be happy, healthy, and have a long life. We hope that Sayadaw will continue to guide us in our Dhamma learning journey. May our merits of keeping the precepts, listening into the Dhamma be strong supporting condition for our attainment of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu. Okay, I will recite one kata for conclusion.
Sadhu, sadhu,
Jaya
sadhu.
Mangala kata. Jayando Bodhiya Mule Sajjana Nandi Wadano Ewa mewa jayo hodu jaya su jaya mangale Sajana sagi wemme myodo I Nandi wadano sinalongo shwembyonze tatayamyati Oriya bori ben Mule nida kwem chadi ambara chita palentanai Jayando mangavago omyalibi tagando Ewa mewa ewan data kamata yutu adu Dedo magan ang sidi myodago dakem payasyango Jele nyonu ushu banja dem breda bangro kondo a Jayo jade ken ken pyezo ya jindi Hodu mocha madwe chipavi I Jaya mangale beya shankwa aunye shinga mingala jang Dedo magan ang sidi myodago dakem payasyango Chile nyonu shiu banja dimbrita bangdro kondo a Jaya su jade dago nisin doyue Kaunyo pisi omni nainja vasiko dati Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, we do share in Maria or Rabbi after me. Eta wadacha amehi
Eta watacha amehi
Sambadam punya sambadam
sambatang punya sampadang
Sabbe dewa numodandu
sabe dewa anumodantu
Sabbe Buddha numodandu
sabe bhuta anumodantu
Sabbe satta numodandu
sabe sata anumodantu
Sabba sampatti siddhiya
Sabba sampati siddhiya
Idame nyatinam hodu
idam me nyatinang hotu
Sukhita hontu nyatayo
sukhita hontu nyatayo
Idame nyatinam hodu
idam me nyatinang hotu
Sukhita hontu nyatayo
sukhita hontu nyatayo
Idame nyatinam hodu
idam me nyatinang hotu
Sukhita hontu nyatayo
sukhita hontu nyatayo
Idame punyam
idam me punyang
Asavakayam
asawakayang
Vahang hotu
wahang hotu
Idame punyam
idam me punyang
Nibbanasa
Nibbanasa
Pachayo hotu
pacayo hotu
Mama punya bhagam
Mama punya bhagang
Sabba satanam
Sabba satanang
Bhajemi
Bhajemi
Desabe
Te sabe
Me samam
Me samang
Punya bhagam
Punya bhagang
Labandu
Labhantu Sadhu
Sadhu Sadhu
Sadhu
Buddha
Buddha
Sasana
sasanang cirang
Chiran Tetadu
ditatu
Buddha
Buddha
Sasana
sasanang cirang
Chiran
ditatu
Tetadu Buddha
Buddha
Sasana
sasanang
Chiran
cirang
Tetadu
ditatu Sadhu
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu. Thank you, Sayadaw, for the Dhamma talk. The Dhamma talk today has ended. If Sayadaw would like to rest, Sayadaw is welcome to leave the meeting. Thank you, Sayadaw.
Sadhu, sadhu. Good night.
Good night, Sayadaw.